Well, I'm shooting on the DJI Action 5 to see how it does in a studio type setting. And I'm having a Mad Tree Amber Ale, and I've discovered this summer that I like amber ales. 50 West has an amber ale that I like a lot, except they don't sell it in the stores. I can only find it over at their distillery, over the brewery, and of course I don't drink and drive, so I have to get whatever the store has, and I sit in a basement and shoot videos and drink my amber ale. I know you guys are waiting for the videos of me and AJ and I going up to damn near Toledo, Ohio to hook up with the Cursed Crew. And I guess I got to get used to saying the Cursed Crew instead of BK Lowe and Von Gasfalt and the crew. It's the Cursed Crew, and I watched the recent Cursed Crew videos, and I enjoyed this formation of this crew, this evolution of this crew. I like the gathering of tribes. I'm trying to think, what was it Greek mythology where the volcano exploded and all the gods got spread, or was that Roman mythology? I can never remember. I think it was like 1976 in 6th grade when I had a teacher that was obsessed with Greek mythology, and we had to learn it. But we also had to learn Roman mythology and maybe some Latin mythology. Does that sound right? I don't know. So it all kind of run together. But literally, there's the feeling that the big volcano exploded, and we all got separated on the planet. We spend our whole lives seeking that feeling of being close to our tribe. We know we got that, we feel their energy, and we seek that energy. And when it comes together, it's exciting and great. And that meeting of the tribe and going out on that hunt, that instinctual feeling that we get. And motorcycles seem to bring it better than any other device in modern culture. I know that sounds silly, but we've been conditioned to not talk about things in the metaphysical, or not take deep philosophical looks at the things we do and the things we love. We just look at it as a superficial wave that they can commercialize it and sell us products for it. Pop psychology is brain rot. It's meant to make us uniform and conform and follow social constructs and a social contract that don't exist, and for us to behave and not step outside that circle. And it makes us, obey traffic laws and pay taxes and park our car in the driveway on Thursday because it's garbage day in the cul-de-sac in the house you live in with fake dormer windows. It's this fake life that pop psychology creates, where they teach the people these key words that they can use against each other. It's not even real, because society as a general is not real. And when you get that feeling where you can find people that are outside that social construct and that have this love for something that brings you a good feeling, it's a really nice thing. And I'm really excited that BK Lowe, aside from being successful in his Motovlog, also has his group of good guys, good friends, not just guys. Me and AJ got to meet the Cursed Crew last week, and we had breakfast. So me and AJ are now barrel buddies, barrel bros. But it was a really nice gathering where people talked about everything and nothing, and there was just this nice energy. And that's what motorcycles, when I think about the good people and the good experiences I've had because of this tool, this device, this form of transportation, this thing that gets me to work, but also leads me to places that I wouldn't normally go, and leads me when I can trust my intuition, and we're just going to go to this place. Makes me very happy. I have a lot of good friends that the motorcycle has brought to me. I don't think it, even though, okay, now we're really going to get metaphysical. People will say it's just metal, it's just an inanimate object. And I will argue that, and I'll argue that because I'm a steelmaker. My buddy Ryan, Father Bobber, will also argue that because he is a crane operator at a steel mill. And for the time that that steel is melted until it is cast, that steel is very much alive. It is trying to kill you. It is trying to, it's changing formation. Unless you experience that, you will not believe it. Once you experience that steel in a ladle stirring alive and you can feel it, you won't believe it. And I know that sounds crazy, but it's true. And I guarantee you Ryan will agree with me. Anybody that makes steel, anybody in the steel industry, there is some feeling that you get. It is not, when steelmakers leave shift and they go home, they walking out that door and the next shift coming in, it's not just like you're switching bucking Broncos. There is a satisfaction that you dealt with this alive thing that you couldn't explain, and then you left and you're going to come back to it. It really is it's like that crazy relationship you can't leave because it's alive. Ooh, that's a whole different topic that we're not even going to get involved in. So that same steel that's alive in that ladle and gets cast, and gets formed, and gets welded, and gets manipulated and bent and tubed and shaped and engineered and drawn and designed and engineered and rebuilt and cut and marketed. There's a lot of life in this that I might not have always agreed with that ideal that this was alive, but I tend to believe that there is life in this, and it's not just me and my ancestors and my DNA that's leading me to these exciting moments. And ironically, like if I was to say, look at there's a certain style of bike I have, and it will appear to look like club style, but it's really not. It's more commuting style to me. It is a functional commuting thing. And as much as I hate to think that I'm building a bike to drive to my wage slave job, it is part of my life that I will have until I probably die, like my ancestors and my relatives have. My friends have all kinds of different styles of bike. Kevin rides choppers. He's got a cool sporty chopper and while it's a traditional style with the grass hoppered out, it really is a modern style these days. That he has a style that the modern chopper riders build. And and even though it's a trad, I would call it trad choppers. Is that really a word? He's doing a modern interpretation of traditional choppers. I really dig it. He's also got a Pan America. AJ has very club style, but AJ's club style is built off of that he likes to go around curves really fast, and he likes to jump humps. And I still haven't filmed one good. I've not caught one on capture, but he likes nothing better than to jump speed bumps and drive fast. So his bike is really designed for performance. So Father Bobber's is different. He don't jump curves, but he rides fast everywhere. You can't ride with AJ and Ryan without thinking I got to pin the throttle, because they both build bikes for that purpose. I love Father Bobber's cross country, Victory cross country. He's talked about chopping the bags in the back fender, and I'm very interested in it. He loved an Indian Challenger, but honestly, I think that he loves that Victory cross country. I think that's like really is him. It really is like there's something instinctual, something that there's something in that bike, something about that bike that is attached. His energy is attached to it, and once again, we're going back to believing that the inanimate I've only had 2 beers. Inanimate objects are have a life, have a soul, have a spirit. But we're on a rock in outer space that somehow is surrounded by that atmosphere that allows us to breathe and allows us to have these opposable thumbs and alleged free will and these thoughts, and we think we're the only ones that do that. And we engineer these complicated devices, and it stirs something in our soul that probably doesn't, I don't think there's a, it's really arrogant to say that. It's really arrogant to think it, but I don't think that there's another object on the planet that stirs, that reaches down and reaches through your rib cage and grabs your heart and squeezes it like motorcycles. I could be wrong. I don't think I'm wrong. But pop psychology and modern psychology is aimed at making you think that that's wrong. That's a wrong thought to have. And that believing that by riding this, that you're a superior human being, riding a superior piece of transportation that doesn't have to follow the rules of man, the laws of man, the laws of nature. I think that pop psychology is meant to put you back in your place. And when you have thoughts like that, when you're sitting in traffic and it's backed up, and it's like, that's your guys' problem, not my problem. It's meant to stop that, because if everybody thought that way, it wouldn't be anarchy, because anarchy means no leaders. It would be chaos, but eventually when people realized that chaos was not the worst thing in the world for them and that they could figure out how to get through it, they wouldn't need leaders. And maybe in that case, maybe it would be anarchy, which would be a great thing, where you don't need leaders. We just all figure it out voluntarily as a collective. I'd rather use the word collective than a society, because society is engineered. It's fake. It's just like psychology. It's fake. It's these people that think they're better than you, that is coming up with these words that are not real. But anyway, if your motorcycle is not your 10 of cups, then I feel sorry for you. Peace out, foes.